Hi everyone, welcome to Women and Career. You're watching the Women Supporting Women video series. If it's your first time watching, please do not forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our channel. You can find us on the internet, www.womenandcareer.com. Now to today's guest. We have an interesting woman with us here. She's an executive with one of the power companies in Nigeria, but she started off studying accounting in New York, and she's gone on to do a master's in management, also specializing in accounting. She worked a couple of years in the US in risk and audit before driving her career down here to Nigeria, starting with one of the power companies, Kano Disco, before she moved to Eco Disco. We're interested in her career journey, but more interestingly, we are happy to have her, proud to have her, Sheri Adegbenro. Sheri, welcome. But I think what we're also interested in is what drives you. What drives you?
Okay, I think reflecting back, this question is a little not new to me, but looking through my career in the US and in Nigeria, I think two things pop out. One, just being a risk taker, and that has reflected throughout. Before moving to Nigeria, I was with Ferdie Mac. And there I was actually in the compliance department, and Nigeria came calling from even a heartfelt perspective. I mean, my husband was here and all that, but you know, the thing was that Warren was the best time to go. And so after praying about it, I wrote up my resignation letter. I gave it in, not having a job here, not even knowing where I wanted to kind of go into. Because I actually felt, I knew that the Lord would lead me to where I would actually be. So I gave it in, I came to Nigeria, and this was March 2013. And landing here, I didn't have a job, and so I decided to kind of just volunteer with my friends. So each day of the week, I'll work with one friend, the next day, I'll work with another friend, until I actually got my actual job. So I got a job with PWC. I had worked with PWC in the US before that. So working with PWC in Nigeria, that's when the power industry came calling. And so that was the time during the privatization. Privatization took place November 2013. And so it was new for everybody. The buzz was in the air and all that. And so yes, they wanted to drop Sheri in the middle of it. I was happy to do it since it was something new and all of that. So next risk that I took there was even just having to go to Kano. Now, they said there was an opportunity there to lead a team in Kano Disco, which I took on. I mean, I just had to make a call to my husband to make sure that we couldn't sort things out. But once that home front was settled, the next week I was training a team on the power industry. On the following week, we were in Kano. I mean, it was an amazing time and all that, but that's one of the things that I think that has actually driven me, I'm not afraid to take that risk, And the next thing for me is really just reflecting on my day, knowing that, there's always a better tomorrow. That has helped me a lot. And I drive my team doing that. I drive my team with that methodology in mind when we kind of execute our task. And I mean, it's been quite helpful. It's been quite helpful. And of course, there's a difference between working in Nigeria and working in the US. But still, those two major things have actually helped me a lot. Yeah.
Listening to you is an amazing story, but I see a continuous thread. We've spoken to other women we've interviewed. The ability to take risk seems to be a continuous thread we find with all these women that are doing great things.
Yeah.
But we have viewers that will be watching and wondering, because we do these things, because we know people like you that have come through this journey.
Yeah.
You would have gotten experiences, you would have learned a lot. And to someone sitting out there, just this young girl that is admiring the fact that you're growing in an industry that is male-dominated. Science, technology, engineering, math, those industries, you barely see women really climbing right to the top. What could you say at those pointers that have helped you?
Well, I think same thing that has driven me, right? Being a risk taker. I mean, of course,
Or what would you give as tips? What would you give as career tips?
No, and I understand. Yeah, I think the same thing too, right? Being a risk taker. I think I do want to apply to Nigeria, right? So being a risk taker, I mean, of course, it has to be calculated risk where you have that support system, but it's a risk that you don't know what's going to happen in the future, and that's what it is.
The unknown.
It's the unknown, and not being afraid of the unknown, and even not being afraid of failing. Not being afraid of failing and all of that, right? Because if we go into everything, we know how the outcome would be, then I mean, how big are our minds that if we say, okay, we know in a year from now, I'll make $1 million, and you make that $1 million a year from now, I mean, what's the excitement there? You knew you could make it, you did it, but I mean, even if you listen to even artists, they had a dream, but their reality as they pushed forward has always surpassed their dream. So I think, being a risk taker is one of it. And another thing that's helped me, just reflecting back, is even not taking things too hard. Yes, I'm in corporate Nigeria. When someone does something wrong to you, yes, hurt.
Could be painful.
Yes, hurt, cry, but get over it. And don't keep it to deliver it back another day. That's one thing that has helped me. Hurt, cry, but do not take it on to deliver another day, because your focus will not be on what you can do. It'll still be, this person did this to me. When it gets their turn, I will not open all the doors for them. So that has really helped me a lot. Because and at the end of the day, you actually get it back in rewards where you see people thanking you, even if they did something wrong to you. So that is something that I've actually seen, even within my company right now, over the past 2 weeks. Some people had done something wrong, which they felt that, if I had to react. But when a decision came, I let them go through. And of course, they came crying. And, they referred to that particular act. But all I said is that at least I had mentioned it, I had said how it hurt me, but I was over with it.
Just before you came, we were having a quick chat.
Yeah.
And I know you tend to give back a lot. And as a partner, maybe people cannot see looking at your career.
Yeah.
And I really want you to talk about it, the ability to give back. And I think it's symbolic because a woman that is in a field that you have very few women, giving back probably is the only channel we can also give back to the younger girls. Why do you do that?
I think I don't know if there's a why. I just feel complete doing it. I mean, when you think of just the less privilege, to me it hurts me on different levels. I mean, when I was in the US, I don't know why, but it just hurts me to even look at the older generation having to work. I don't know why that hurts, but I mean, where you see like an 80-year-old person, 79, just having to work. In the US.
Leadership style, a lot of empathy.
That's what someone said, but yes, in Nigeria, it's more towards the hungry and all that. Yes, I give back. At least every month we try to feed right now we're feeding about 130 people a month.
That's interesting.
Yes, initially when you're thinking of it, right, it's like a lot, but when you do it, you realize that it's just a drop in the ocean. Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, I honestly look forward to even having a bigger establishment to give back. I mean, in the US, we talk about even we have establishments that they're just built to just feed the hungry. In Nigeria, I don't see that here as much. So I do want to have something that we can establish to just feed the hungry.
Sheri, I'm so grateful we get to talk to you. Really, really grateful.
Thank you.
Like I always say, this is why we do what we do. We want people like you to actually voice your story, because we feel like for a young girl sitting out there, aspiring to do what you're doing, it's good that they see beyond the curtain what actually drives these people. And also see all the things you're doing that probably completes you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. If you're watching us for the first time, like we always say, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Bye.